Sarah, you lazy bones! Don't tell me you're still asleep. How do you expect to be productive when you sleep all the time?
I worked late last night, Mom, so I slept in. I'm not even done with the task. Working on it now.
Oh, please. I don't have time for this. I need you to do something for me right away. Wash those clothes in the laundry before I return. They belong to your sister and I. We don't have the time to wash them, but you definitely do.
Mom, I'm also busy. You know that. Besides, the washing machine is broken and we're yet to fix it.
Don't you have hands? Put those tiny, lazy fingers to use.
What? I can't do that, Mom. I just told you I have a task I need to finish up today, so doing anything else will make me miss my deadline.
A task that doesn't exist, right? All you do is sit in front of the computer all day doing nothing. You spend the entire day indoors and refuse to do chores. I didn't raise you to be so lazy. You must do your bit in the house.
My bit? I do everything here. I cook, clean, and keep the house in order. Neither you nor Agnes does anything to help. I do all these, even with my job, yet I never complain. But it's never enough for you.
You're going to wash the clothes, as I said. Don't get me angry, Sarah.
I can't do it, Mom. If I don't meet my deadline, I could lose my job. I've already called the technician who will fix the washing machine. He will fix it tomorrow.
Job? Please, don't make me laugh. You're jobless and lying won't change that. You should try to be more like your younger sister. She works at a reputable bank and gets a good salary. She pays the rent. Do you know how much that costs?
She pays the rent? So what? It's not that big of a deal. I take care of our everyday bills. I buy the groceries, food, and much more. It hurts me when you downplay my contribution, Mom.
Blah, blah, blah. You're always looking for a chance to argue. I don't have time for this. Go wash the clothes or there'll be hell to pay. One more thing. Prepare dinner as well. Your sister and I would be starving by the time we return.
Mom, did you just lock me out of the house? All I did was step out to get some coffee from the cafe. I've looked for the spare key and I can't find it. Did you take it with you as well?
Yeah, I locked you out. That's what you get for being disobedient and lazy. You refused to wash and cook as I asked, so now you pay for it. I've enabled your laziness for too long, and it's time to make you buckle up.
That's no reason to lock me out. I've got a lot to do right now. So let's not do this now, please. How do I get in?
You won't, until I return or your sister does. Why don't you look at the brighter side of this, though? You won't stay in front of your computer all day playing video games and watching silly videos. Use this time to go out and look for a job.
Ugh, Mom, I can't be out here. I have an online meeting with my boss in 30 minutes. I can't miss it for anything in the world.
What kind of job can possibly be done online? How can it pay better than what real jobs would? You enjoy being worthless so you can mooch off of your sister and I. I won't have it, girl. Not anymore. So get out of there and look for a real job, or spend the rest of the day in the sun.
I'll break the locks if I have to. I really can't miss that meeting, Mom. This meeting determines my promotion. I'm serious, Mom. I'm getting into the house one way or the other. I need the key. Mom!
Girl, you really have some guts. I warned you not to break the locks, but you did.
I replaced them immediately, Mom. I dropped copies for you and Agnes on the dining table.
So what? That doesn't make you a hero. I saw the locks you got. I know them. They're high-end locks and really expensive. Why on earth would you spend so much money on them? If you had that much savings, we could have bought a new washing machine, instead of having to fix that broken one.
Mom, the washing machine does not need to be changed. It's still in good condition.
That's no reason to waste money. Honestly, though, I'm not surprised. You only have that kind of money because you contribute next to nothing in this house. You keep blabbing about groceries and bills, but that's only a fraction compared to what your sister does. I'm getting tired of you, Sarah, and I mean that in every sense of the word. You better get yourself in order, or I'll have to kick you out of my house.
What? You'll kick me out?
In a heartbeat. After all, you are of no use to me. Buckle up, or you'll find yourself in the streets.
I need you to do something for me right away. It's super important.
Whatever it is, I can't. I'm busy right now. Find someone else to run your errand.
Come on, don't be like that. I need you to go to my boyfriend's house. You'll find his spare key under his foot mat. There's a wrapped gift on the dining table. Bring it to the office. I got it for my boss's birthday.
Didn't you read my previous message? I'm working on a project right now. Have your boyfriend send it to you. Besides, his house is closer to your office compared to the house. You can head over and grab it, or he can easily drop it off for you. If both are impossible, you can take it on your way home from work.
Do you have to make me beg you? You're my sister. Can't you do this for me? Instead of chatting, you could have been on your way already, and you'll be back home in an hour. It's not like you're doing anything at home, is it? Everyone knows you're jobless.
Not you too, Agnes. I might take it from Mom, but I wouldn't accept it from you at all.
Why? Because the truth hurts? You're jobless and you bring nothing home. I can't believe you would refuse my requests after all the sacrifices I make for you. You're my elder sister. You should be taking care of me. But no, you're incapable of that. So I'm the one taking care of you. I have to pay the rent. Do you know how much that costs me? $1,500. That's how much I have to pay every month because I have an elder sister who prefers to do nothing. How much do you think is left of my salary afterward? Chump change. You don't know the sacrifices I make for you. So when I send you on an errand, do it.
Agnes, have you forgotten we live right in the middle of the city? Do you know how expensive the cost of living is here? I handle it all. The groceries, the light, water, all the bills that come each month. If I don't take care of them, how will you survive?
Don't try to exaggerate your importance here, okay? You can't beat $1,500 a month. I'm ashamed of you. You better go get that gift or I'll make sure you regret it. Mark my words.
Sarah, how could you do that to your sister? She asked for just one favor from you and you disappointed her. You knew just how important yesterday was to her, and all you had to do was get the gift from her boyfriend, and you failed. How can you be so heartless?
Heartless? Mom, why would you say such a thing about me? I clearly told her I couldn't do it, but she refused to believe me. I had a job to do yesterday, and I couldn't just dump everything because she refused to stop over at her boyfriend's.
No, you and I are not having this conversation. I'm sick and tired of getting this from you. You could have easily done this to help your sister, but you refused. Now she gave nothing to her boss, and she just might be passed over when it's time for promotion.
What? She knew it was that important, and she refused to listen when I said I couldn't go.
Shut up. This is pure jealousy. The fact that your sister works in a bank and pays the rent eats you up. She's at a level you'll never attain, and you want to bring her down. Are you happy now? You never wanted what's best for her anyway. Would you be happy if she got fired from her job and both of you had to stay at home?
How can you accuse me of trying to sabotage her career? I made more sacrifices for her than you ever could. I worked multiple jobs while in college just so I could pay our tuition. You refused to pay, remember? And you're accusing me of wanting to ruin her life? That's unfair.
You did those things because that's your duty as her elder sister. And it doesn't excuse the fact that you just tried to ruin her life now.
You're the one poisoning her against me, Mom. You know that, right?
She knows the right thing to do, unlike you. You're a bad influence, and I don't want you close to her anymore. Who knows what you'll do next? Probably steal her certificate or something. I'm not going to wait to find out, though. You're moving out today.
What? You can't kick me out? Where would I go?
Who cares? I did warn you this was going to happen, didn't I? Leave my house. I want nothing more to do with you.
You're really going to do this?
You have until the end of today. If not, You'll know just how serious I am about this.
Sarah, you've really been holding out on us, haven't you? You're just so ungrateful.
What is it, Agnes? I no longer live with you guys. Can you leave me alone now?
Tell me something. How were you able to get a house so quickly? I know you're broke, so unless you had some savings, there's no way you could have pulled it off. You stayed with your friends for a few days and moved into your place soon after. How did you do it?
Were you expecting me to live in the streets because Mom kicked me out? If I wanted to get a place that very day Mom kicked me out, I could have done that. The only reason it took a few days is because I had to find the best place for me.
Whatever. I'm sure it took all your savings just to get a place. You're really broke and wretched now. LOL. You're trying to show that you can survive without us, but you're wrong. Don't bother coming to beg me for money when you run out, because you won't get it.
Believe me, I won't be coming. Matter of fact, you're the one that shouldn't come begging. In case you haven't noticed, it's that time of the month, Agnes.
What do you mean?
You'll be paying the rent soon, remember?
I know. I'll be collecting my salary soon and I'll pay it at once. What's the big deal?
LOL. The rent is not my issue. My concern is what comes after you pay it.
What's that supposed to mean? What are you on about?
LOL. Talk to you later.
Don't go, Sarah. What do you mean by that?
Sarah, you've really failed your family. You refused to reach out and you kept your good news to yourself.
What do you mean, Mom? What's the news?
I just spoke to one of your friends. They told me about how much of a big shot you are in the online community. Is this true? They said you work for a big company that pays you a lot of money.
LOL. Of course it's true. I've always told you, but you chose not to believe. I'm a software developer. I don't have to leave my room to work. All I need is a good computer and strong internet. You never believed me when I told you. All you wanted was to see me go out each day and come back at night. You insulted and belittled me every time. Well, the joke is on you.
You should have made me understand. This is your fault, Sarah. You know I'm not versed in this techie stuff. It's your job to enlighten me.
How could I do that when all you saw me as was worthless and a waste of space?
Okay then, it's all in the past now. It's time for you to come home.
What? Are you for real? I just paid the rent here.
Okay, then your sister and I will come and live with you.
Hell no.
Sarah, please, you have to let us live with you. Since Agnes paid the rent, we've been barely surviving. The rent ate up a big chunk of her salary, and now there's no money for groceries or even to pay the bills. Our bills have piled up, and we're seriously running into debt. We can't keep up anymore.
We don't live together anymore, Mom. None of this is my business. You kept comparing me to Agnes, not knowing she earned way less than me. What's $1,500? I spent nothing less than $2,500 every month when I lived with you guys. I spent that much and I endured all the torture you both put me through. Now that I'm out, nothing will make me go through it again.
I didn't know, okay? I'm sorry. We're family and we need to stick together, no matter what.
You should have thought of that before kicking me out. You believed I was broke and you felt it was a great idea to send me into the streets. Family would never have done that. Goodbye, Mom. I want nothing more to do with you.
Hold on. Sarah! Sarah!
Hey sis, I just had this crazy conversation with Mom. Did you really spend $2,500 a month on the bills? How can I possibly afford all that?
I'm sure you'll think of something. It's none of my business.
No, you have to come back home. I can't do this anymore. I'm always broke, the bills keep increasing, and we barely eat well these days. I'm at my wit's end, Agnes. I'm sorry for how rude I was to you, okay? I didn't know just how much you were doing for the family, and I let the fact that I paid the rent get into my head. Just come back. I'm losing my mind right now.
Like I told Mom, I'm not coming back, and you guys are not joining me either. You chose this, so you bear the consequences. I'm focusing on my life now, and neither you nor Mom belong in it. I'm worthless to you, remember? Now that's what you are to me as well.
That was all a mistake, Sarah. We're your family. Don't do this to us. Sarah!
Agnes and my mom kept trying to come live with me, but I remained adamant. They couldn't keep up with the harsh demands of the city, so they had to move to the suburbs where there was cheaper accommodation, but that only meant Agnes had to struggle every